like a Playroom based like show. I think they went to Twitch as well. Um, so pretty cool. But yeah, most of it is just weird stuff. Like what? Okay, let me read. I'm gonna read some of the Playroom stuff that happened. So Twitch was the first one because you could stream on Twitch, you could stream in UStream, whatever. So if it says it's a Twitch stream, you know it's fine. If it's a UStream one, you're in for whatever. Twitch banned a lot of stuff. They've done okay. These stars have played with the Playroom's white robots, but they've done stranger, darker things. They've put shoes on head at the exhortation of viewers watching the broadcast live. They've had sex in front of their TV screen. They've stripped their wife naked as she lays seemingly unconscious on a couch. There's a hyperlink to this, and I'm afraid to click that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Well, I've done it.
There's a subreddit.
I'm doing it for the stream. It's on gamesradar.com. There's no image or anything here. They're just talking about shit. Anyway, here's another one. They have to explain to a local police department that they didn't have a child locked up in their basement after viewers called to tip cops off to the suspected crime. They've been a young child standing silently in his house as an anonymous someone uses his TV to tell him he's outside his window. The child's eyes grow wide and he turns around to check. He's still... What is happening? You just put it on. There's like a child alone at home in a video. Yeah, here we go. The Spartan Show was one of the first PS4 live streams to gain a notable following. 5,000 people tuned in to the show by a husband and wife duo on the couch on the launch night. Sony's Adam Boyes called in and talked to them, who's head of some product development. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. Like, it was neat that they were able to use it for something. They keep hosting it. It looks like... Oh my god, they continued to do it that week to hosting the show. The tone of the calls changed. Callers aiming to troll were surreptitiously hung up on. Yeah, questions became needling and cruel. Several pages of a 100-page post on NeoGAF were devoted to belittling the fact the host of the Spartan Show misidentified cult action RPG Dark Souls as a first-person shooter to one caller. Wow, got that one wrong. People that didn't play Dark Souls, I guess. But yeah, so there's some really just weird shit going on when that came out. And it still happens because but the thing is, the PlayStation's like, this is Ustream. You can just Ustream. It's just a webcam, basically. We're not going to control the content that people want to sign up with. If Ustream wants to ban these people for the stuff they're putting on there, they can. You know what I mean? It's like the idea is that nobody's calling the cops on Windows because somebody... did some illegal shit on their computer. It's like, we're just a device. Like, so that's kind of their stance, I think, with this. And that's why, like, Twitch has basically removed anything from that. Yeah, if you just look up Playroom, there's just like a lot of just drunk people on it, mostly. Let's find a Daily Motion video just called Playroom Drunk 2. I'm sure it's just, yeah. It's just people trashed. So
I've got two minor things to go over before we start answering.
Yes.
Number one is related to the YouTube stuff. Weirdly enough, after 11 months of being ridiculed and not doing anything on YouTube, JonTron posts a video out of nowhere.
Oh no!
Oh, is it about how we need to protect our white children?
Basically, because it's about Flex Seal. Again.
About what?
No, Flex Tape. Flex Tape.
The Flex Tail family of products.
Flex Tape. God, all of the ads, TJ, and you just don't have it right.
But it's the Flex Seal family of products. And then related to all this PS4 stuff that we're talking about, at least Playroom, PS4 is not... Sony's not doing anything at E3 this year. I don't know if we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
They're just not going to be at E3.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
that was... Like, I think we missed that news by like a day, maybe.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah.
That's
I'm
weird.
the biggest game company. Fuck E3.
So
Yeah.
they're.
It's not like
Do you
Last of
think
Us
they're
2 is
doing
coming out.
their own like thing, their own separate convention, or they're just not doing anything that weekend?
I mean, even Nintendo, if they don't, when they don't have the big presentation, they still do their digital thing and then still have a presence at E3.
Yeah,
And Sony seems like, no, we're just not gonna be present there.
that's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's like the currently like biggest console manufacturer.
Yeah.
It's not going to be there. Like people talk about how like Sony takes up like a vast majority of like the booth space in one of the halls.
Yeah.
So like what is going to be there?
Is E3 a relic? Is it going
Kind
to
of.
slowly be phased out?
I don't think so. This same stuff has happened before when
'Cause
they
E3
switched
stopped.
venues.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
E3 came back. Well, different people, same name. Because E3 used to be private, and then it was public, and then they're like not doing it, and then it's back private again, and then more public people can show up now.
Mhm.
I don't fucking know anymore. It used to be run by the Entertainment Software Association, and now it's
Yeah.
third party.
Well, and then they've kind of made the show public now, and I know that PlayStation has their own like big event that they did not this year, right?
The PSX, PlayStation Experience.
Yeah, they did. They didn't have one this year, but I think the idea is maybe they're just going to be moving to
just
that
wasn't as
next
big.
year. Well, yeah, the idea is that they're going to use their own personal show as a platform for that.
Well, their official word on it was just, we don't have that many big games to talk about.
That is true, honestly.
I mean, Days Gone, Death Stranding, Last of Us Part 2. I'm sure there's others, but they're like, well, we don't want to bog you down with the same stuff you've already seen.
Yeah.
But which is fine. But you still have a presence. You probably have new demos
Yeah.
to at least have there. But if you're not going to take booth space, whatever.
Yeah, and I think part of it too is you hear a lot of people complaining about how the ESA kind of controls the show,
Yeah.
but it is crazy because I mean the show has been like even with the ups and downs, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, like Nintendo has kind of pulled their live
Yeah.
live presentation from it, but they still do like a direct like the morning of, and they still have tons of booth space where people can play games, but.
Mm-hmm.
I understand because I feel like media has kind of moved beyond the need for an event like that.
Yeah,
you know,
news kind of just comes out whenever. It doesn't have to wait for a
Yeah.
big event to be updated on.
and so many
Like
of these
usually,
large-
like how often during E3 now do we already know what's going to be talked about? Like usually we have a pretty good idea of the games that are coming out.
yeah, and some of these large announcements are just leaked way ahead of time, or it's stuff that they could have just released on their own. Like
Yeah.
there isn't Sony this year didn't have a lot to show anyway. We saw Last of Us 2.
Yeah,
We
they had
they
those
kind of
sweet musical performances.
Ghost of Tsushima. We talked about the milkshake ducking of that, because it was a like white dude who was playing the pan flute, or not pan flute, or whatever the Japanese flute was, and people were like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
can't get an authentic guy," and we're like, he's one of the three
And
masters
then
of
it
the
got
instrument.
reverse
Yeah,
milkshake.
exactly.
he studied like under Japanese masters, to become one of the most. It's like, oh, okay, sorry.
Is there
I
a
just
release
made
date
some
for
sort
that
of-
game yet?
I don't think so.
Next year. It's probably next fall. I think people are talking about this as this is PlayStation 5
Yeah.
is being made right now. So Sony's kind of announced a lot of their last huge games that are going to be on PS4.
I still don't think we have new gen until 2020 though.
Correct, but I mean like they've kind of announced their big hits for 2019 right now. So like the stuff that they want that would be announcing in E3 would be, stuff that we heard about last year, and then stuff for 2020, which is probably PS5 launch games and things. So yeah, I mean that's what it seems like. That would make sense. That's about the same length of time that the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 were relevant. 7 years it'll be. 2013 they were launched, and
Yep.
It'll be 2020, and that's it. I gotta admit, the life cycle of consoles has been pretty good. Like, I bought a launch PS4 and it's still cooking. No problems. Like, that was a good buy. A great machine that still runs. So, and there's just like so much content on that. It's just a great system. So, rivals the Xbox 360. I still think my favorite console, like the 360, had so much good stuff on it, and the first like arcade games.
I don't know where I would really say my favorite console is. I might have to go back to PS2 for that.
Yeah,
or maybe
so many.
Genesis if I
PlayStation
go
2
way
is
back.
big for me.
Yeah, I mean, PlayStation 2 is up there. You could play PlayStation 1 games as well, which was pretty huge.
Yeah,
Just being able to just like all of my PS1 library continued on, and then,
Super Nintendo. That's me.
yeah,
That's a good
definitely
one.
there for me too.
I mean, that is
it's
definitely
definitely
a good
the one I
choice.
have the most like nostalgia built up for. Just because
But
I was
most of
in
my
the right
favorite
age range.
games now from the Super Nintendo don't match my favorite games way back when.
Yeah,
And I hate to say it, a lot of them are my favorite games because I played them through emulation because they're expensive and hard to freaking find.
yeah. For me, it's probably N64 was the best one.
I didn't get that till college.
Yeah, I had one in like 97 or whatever. Like, so
I
had
still need to
Mario
play them.
Kart,
Yeah,
Star Fox, so many good games on that
I
thing.
still need to play the Banjo-Kazooies. I'm
Yeah,
gonna play them on Xbox One, but
yeah.
I just don't have that nostalgia that everyone else does.
They're good games.
They are great games.
Yeah, even with like the modern knowledge of platforming titles and things, like they still hold up. Rare knew what they were doing.
So is it time for us?
Let's fix the
to
world.
All right,
bestow our
I think
knowledge?
we're running out of time here, so I think we do some bite answers and call ourselves a night here.
Okay.
Let's
That means
dive right in.
We got a lot of stuff left
All right.
to talk about next week.
So before we get started, we have an update from last week.
Ooh.
Ooh, the one that I couldn't take part in because my
Yes.
microphone.
I
Oh,
mean,
we
you
didn't even
could've.
talk about
You
this.
just didn't.
We didn't even
Yep.
talk about Microphone Gate 2018.
The important
Yeah,
thing
no,
is that your commitment to the show is so strong that you just kept going, regardless of your technical failures.
Before we get to the bite answers, I just want to do Microphone
ahead.
Gate update.
Yep.
Because this is something that happened in the middle of last show, and I had to apologize for the audio quality mid show for my it actually wasn't too bad from the webcam mic that I used, but it was just loud and a lot of room audio. I bought the Fallout 76 / Yeti Blue microphone bundle from Best Buy because it was on sale for $100, and those blue microphones are $130. So I was like, I'm already saving $30, and I'm getting like one of the best USB microphones that is made, and it is
The best quality.
not the best. They are though. People talk about this. So I was like, sure, Matt's playing Fallout 76. I can play with him. I'm kind of interested because I like the Fallout games. I had a $50 gift card to Best Buy, so I was like, $50 for a new mic and a new game sounds pretty good to me. So I get the mic, set it up. We did some streaming. Fallout 76 working fine. Sounds great. Much better than this mic somehow. Even though this is a pretty decent mic, I don't know why. It's because it's just higher quality materials. I mean, the fact that it has a gain control built in, like it's just all this stuff that helps fine tune your levels. So worked fine. Started the podcast, and then about like an hour and a half into the podcast, you guys are just like, we can't hear John. We can't hear John. And we were like, what could be wrong? Because like obviously it's probably a software thing. Someone probably grabbed that because like you use a brand new microphone. What could be wrong? We didn't hear anything. Like usually you'll hear something. So going through the waveform, when I was updating the episode, I put it on our Discord, but you can see the moment that my mic died because there is a very like telltale waveform of just the mic breaking.
No actual sound that we heard. But
No, you can hear it if you listen to the.
So what was just like a?
Yep, just like it sounded like a switch turning, and then you hear it's like a just that that like old TV, like where you hit the switch and you just hear it go boom, like that. And I was just like, oh, it's just gone. Like it's something broke inside. And then when I was messing with it later that night after we stopped talking, if you switch between the different like mic modes, because it has like a side by side, it has a full room, it has a front.
Yep. Mine's got that
all
too,
those
yeah.
cool things. If you switch between them, you could see the meter spike up when you switch between two. So there was something coming out, but it was busted. Like that switch must have broken or something. And so it wasn't like turning the mic to mode to pick up. So so broke within 4 hours of opening the box. So pretty dang good quality on that. Nice thing is Best Buy. I bought it from Best Buy. So I walked into a store and then they are mailing me a new one.
Cool.
So I was like, this broke. And they were like, okay. I emailed Yeti's support and I thought it was going to be a whole thing. But then I was like, you know what? I just bought this. I'm sure Best Buy has a return policy. And I went in and I was like, oh yeah, they'll just exchange for the same item. And they're like, we don't have any in stock here, so they'll just mail you one. I don't know if I'm getting another Fallout 76 code. Because I gave them my I gave them my redeemed slip back, but
well, if you do,
TJ?
It looks like TJ's going to be playing Fallout 76 with us.
I think we're gonna have to auction it off to our most dedicated listener, TJ. I think he'll win. He probably could win any trivia questions I asked. For sure. I mean, if I get another code, I'll definitely share it. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm assuming they're just going to give me another code because I'm sure the codes are free. They're already baked into the price of that, and so when they just give me a new box, it's just going to have the code in it. Because I returned the scratch off code with the number on it in the box.
Yep.
So
so when you got it, it was just like a code in the mic box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would make sense that they could control not giving me a code.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, seeing Fallout 76. I'm assuming it didn't sell super well because it's already been on sale a couple times, and the feedback has not been great.
Big stock pull at GameStop.
I'm pretty sure they don't give a shit about giving out free versions of the extra games to one person who had a legitimate broken mic. So yeah, if I get another code, maybe we can. I don't know if your PC will run it, TJ, but
maybe. I mean, even so, I'd rather have it so I can, But it's Bethesda stuff. They might give me a good downscale.
Yeah,
We'll see.
It's an 8-year-old engine, so.
Yeah, I was about to say, can you run?
It's a New Vegas
can
engine.
you run Skyrim? Because
Probably. Anyway, we have an update from last week.
Yes, thank
from
you.
our Bite Answers. I'm going to kind of speed read through our thing here. So the question was, why am I like this? So I noticed recently that I tend to talk people like I'm their BFF one day, and the next day I'll do my best to avoid being in a situation where I'll need to talk to them again. Whole bunch of other stuff about just regular social aversion and whatnot, and I'm like, yeah, basically you're just a social introvert. Though as social creatures we desire human interaction, introverts gain social energy by being by themselves and expend social energy when interacting with people. Extroverts are the opposite. It's an absolutely normal thing. You're just choosing the best situations to expend your social energy. And I posted a link to the YouTube video that I watched years ago that's also in our Discord, which is, what's our Discord again?
YOLO420.com/born in the 80s, all lowercase.
Awesome. So yeah, that video's in the Discord as we speak.
Nice.
The update was just an upvote. We got a thumbs up on it. So
Yay,
we're winning.
We fixed it.
We are winning in this response.
Nice.
It's not a OP upvote, but I'll take it. Because if the voting ever expires, we will have best answer. So
nice.
That's important. I wanted to make sure that
I like it. We're doing well. I like that we're doing good here. That we get to rant and say garbage about the people in the situation and make fun. But TJ is taking all that, bottling it down into a little drop of wisdom, a little nougat, and then giving it out to those people. So I'd like to. Who can we help today, TJ?
Okay.
That's what I want to know.
So I've got two here, and one's just kind of skeezy, and the other one's very skeezy.
Oh, good.
Oh, very please.
My two favorite, the two genders.
The two genders.
Very good. Kind of
All right.
skeezy and very skeezy.
The kind of skeezy is super short. So this
Perfect.
This is also from an anonymous poster, so we don't know gender, but I have a feeling we'll figure this out. You ready?
You can't tell
Okay.
from the mask that they wear.
Actually, no. You can't tell from their question either.
Oh, wow.
Because if it's what I'm not thinking, this might be a... Okay, well,
All right, let's
go
just
with
jump
it.
Yeah,
into
well,
it.
we'll speculate when we
We'll
hear it.
speculate
So let's
after.
hear. Let's
How
get...
can you tell if the girl you crush on likes girls without coming straight out and asking her?
Huh.
Oh, that's
This is
easy.
definitely a girl asking.
You come out and straight out and ask
But I
her.
guess so. Yeah.
What you do, get them in there, turn
'em.
some candles on, play some... Oh, I'm trying to think of a lesbian music artist, and I can't think of one.
What's that one? From
Melissa Etheridge?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Google.
What?
Hey,
There's
Google,
one that they reference
name me
in
some
10 Things
prominent
I Hate About You,
lesbian
but
artists.
I can't remember. Oh, Tegan and Sarah. Say Tegan and Sarah.
So should I
But
just
that's
respond?
not going to work though, because everybody loves Tegan and Sarah.
No, because you need a singer-songwriter. You know what I mean? What are prominent lesbian singer-songwriters? You know,
I'll
because
just respond with emojis and just say taco or hot dog.
Oh no, we know this.
Melissa Etheridge, good. That's good. I got
Look,
it.
guys, we have the tool set to answer this question. What you do is you respond to any message with 2 X's at the end of it.
It was a single X. It was a single X.
But single X, but then
Well, then they
eventually
don't
you'll
know.
have to upgrade it to 2 X's and see if she reciprocates.
I guess Melissa Etheridge is the one I was thinking of.
Melissa.
Melissa Etheridge.
Should we have her? See, I don't want to make.
I think
it
the one I was
rom-com.
thinking of was Katie Lang.
I was trying to come up with Katie Lang. Thank you. Is she even a lesbian, or just people think of her as a lesbian?
I don't know.
I'm not seeing Katie Lang in the list of prominent lesbian musicians.
It's like K.D. Lane, I think.
I mean, it's not under the K's.
So should I just see? I want to kind of respond a very rom-com way, or at least the internet meme version of a rom-com, where it's I'm gonna mention that I'm assuming that you're female, and then at the end of a text to her, or like as a response to a text to her, like, haha, I love you, and then respond really quickly just saying JK and see what she responds.
No,
I mean-
that's not going to work. That's just
I know
going to be
it's not.
super confusing.
Yeah.
I say just put on Indigo Girls.
I say
You know,
you just say, hey, you want to fuck? And then you have a clear yes or no answer.
what's the most popular Indigo Girls song?
The one where they're like, hey, we're kind of purple, we're kind of blue, we're the
All
Indigo Girls.
I mean, that was their debut track. You know, it's a good they put that one out first so people to understand what they were. First,
It was a
maybe-
cover of kind of blue, but it was called kind of purple. That's also a good joke.
I don't
Close to
remember
fine.
this.
It was closer to fine.
That's it. Thank you. So anyway, that's the prominent lesbian musician. No, I'm saying I don't honestly know how you do that without just straight up asking.
Yeah,
I don't really know.
like.
I don't have experience.
I
turns
feel
out.
like the fear of asking is usually like you're afraid that the person will take offense, but that's not really that much of a thing anymore because it's not it's not an insult to be interested in same sex. So I don't know why, like, if you ask, what's the worst that could happen? You say no. Okay.
Okay, here we
cool.
go. I've got Cosmo.com right here. Is giving me some advice. I gotta feed out for this because I got no experience here. Here we go. Oh, this is the easiest fucking way to do this. 10 lesbian and bisexual women on how to know if your crush is also into women. Here's a good one. Ask a question about any previous relationships they had. And if they answer women, then you know.
Oh, that's good.
That's a real easy one, and just
That's fucking smart. That's way smarter than. Wow.
Oh, I'm gonna kind of integrate that. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just say like, hey,
Don't tell
like,
them
you
we
know,
got it from
bring up
Cosmo.
dating or something, and
Make
if they talk
make it
about
seem
like a
we thought
boyfriend,
of it.
yeah, that's not necessarily gonna always tell you though, because you know there are definitely gay
True.
women that have had boyfriends in high school
Yeah.
and whatnot. You know, here's number 2: ask them politely. Number 3: ask them outright. Sounds like it's a pretty common one thing. Let's see here. Usually just out yourself and they'll react to how they do. You know, just mention that you're lesbian or into women. Yeah, a lot of these answers are not great. Feel it out. Like, that's what they're trying to do right
Like
now.
physically, because I think that's assault.
Honestly, the biggest advice I'm getting from this Cosmo article is definitely just ask about previous relationships, because probably the most helpful. I
Or
love
just say like, hey, do you like wieners or vaginas or both?
Yeah.
Oh
and
man.
here's a good one. Here's a good one. This is from Pride.com, an article. 9 signs the girl you like is actually into you and not just being polite. I am so glad that I'm not gay, because I feel like that's on top of a dating situation. No offense, it's a great lifestyle, I'm sure, but I'm so glad I didn't have to go through this trouble, because it seems like a lot of extra work on top of regular dating. There's also trying to discern whether or not people would be into you on top of that. You know, like, it's something I think is not as bad as it used to be, right? Is it
Yeah,
a little bit
I
better out
assume.
there? I don't know,
Like,
though.
Apps
Again,
have made it better. Like,
That's
I
true.
think it's
Yeah.
a lot of it has to do with your geography too, because like in the South, it's still a lot more difficult than it is on
There's,
like a coast.
Lots of places though too.
Yeah.
here's a
just
couple
the
good
South.
ones. She's awkward around you. I mean, I get that, because that's one way to understand that it's more than just, hey, you're my pal. It's like, oh, I don't. She's trying to not embarrass herself in front of you because she likes you. Or
Yeah, but there are people that are just confident and are okay with that, even if you're.
fair enough. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's got to be. You got to kind of go through like all of the signals. Then, like, if you get a bunch of these, you're like, okay, I think I got it figured out.
All right, so here's what I got from all this stuff.
Thank you,
Good.
TJ.
Okay,
Read
so-
that back to me.
All right.
You're
Communication is key. There's no use trying to dance around the issue. You just have to ask her. Be polite and be direct. You're worrying about the repercussions of asking, but it's a lot easier to just be honest. The majority of the time, there'll be no offense taken, regardless of the answer.
You didn't give my question about asking about previous relationships. The one I came up with was in no way from Cosmo.com.
Yeah. Yeah.
Add that in there. I want to get us an
Okay.
upvote. Just say if you're insistent on being coy,
Or
try
or
and
just say,
bring
hey,
up previous relationships that she may have had.
would just say, hey, do you like hot dogs or tacos?
Taco or hot dog? Do you like a sausage party or a clam bake?
And then they'll say, well, I'm not really that hungry right now.
Darn it.
Damn it.
I think honestly you just play the Melissa Etheridge and we're like, what do you think about this?
It's also, I have no idea how old this person is. I wonder if it's like,
This is like a
Like, if you're an
70,
adult-
80-year-old woman.
if you're an adult, I feel like it's a lot more straightforward. Just because
Yeah.
a lot of dating stuff got a lot more straightforward the older I got.
I think the only problem with Melissa Etheridge is she the one that plays that sad music that is on the dogs being like left out in the cold videos.
That's Sarah McLachlan.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Whew. Because
wait.
you don't want to
No.
play that. That's
That's
instant.
not the song.
That's an instant
It's
lady
Angel.
boner killer.
It's
In the
same
arms of
singer.
an angel.
The
yeah.
arms up. That's also Sarah McLachlan, I think.
That's an instant boner killer. So,
Maybe.
and whatever lady's boner is, it
Sarah
kills that too.
McLachlan. The clitoris, John.
Well, I don't think that women have a boner in the way men do with their clitoris, but it's the equivalent of that. What did they call that? What
we
did
can have a
Aisha
scientist
Tyler
call
called
in
it?
later.
Tyler called it Ladywood, if I remember
Ladywood.
correct. Yeah,
Okay.
which is a pretty
So
fun term.
I went ahead and added, if you're insistent on being coy, ask about previous relationships, though that may not be 100% accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's still better to be straightforward.
good. At least you give her an option, because I'm going for that petty like, because I don't think they want to be told the truth. They want to hear some game that they can play.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the. So this was your kind of skeezy one.
Yep.
I think you were weird. I think you were looking at it the wrong direction.
Yeah.
I think you were thinking it was a dude that was looking into a girl. Yeah.
I think she might be gay, but I'm not sure.
I think it's an honest one.
All right, so
Bring us
this
home.
one's also from an anonymous.
They're the
But-
best. Love the Guy Fawkes mask.
We know for sure that it's a guy because this person is asking guys only.
Oh,
Okay.
what's
So,
what's
the question
better than
is-
this? Guys
you ready?
being dudes.
Guys,
Hey, it's just us, some guys here. It's a
Hey,
guy stuff.
sports.
guys, how can I get my girlfriend to lose weight?
You can't.
Yeah, I get that. We have a full description here. My girlfriend wasn't that big when we got together, but she's recently gone on new medication for epilepsy that causes weight gain.
Okay, so this is something she probably doesn't have control
Yep.
over.
Yes, she has gained weight. And has asked me if she's put weight on, and I just said no because I didn't want to hurt her feelings.
Oh, that's wrong.
No,
Yeah.
it's wrong, yeah. Especially when we're talking
Definitely, if they're asking, tell them.
Yeah. She has a habit of sitting on my lap, and she hurts me, but I don't want to upset her by telling her she's heavy. So I just make an excuse to get up by saying I need a drink or need to go to the toilet.
When is a
Or I-
girl sitting on your lap that often? What kind of relationship are you in? That's like first.
They're into
couple
Santa
months
play.
Of the Santa play. Okay, have you ever been in a
Santa
relationship
play.
though where a girl is sitting on your lap significant amounts of time outside of social situations?
Not
Where,
for
like-
a while.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean that
but it
seems
was-
like a high school thing to me.
It's a specific kind of relationship. It's called father-daughter, and it's only the lap.
TJ, I believe that Twitch and Tumblr have banned that kind of content, so father-daughter Tumblr.com does not exist anymore.
Oh, okay, so let me finish this. Or I turn over so she falls next to me. She asks me if she's curvy or put weight on. I just don't know what to say. It's awkward. How can I get her to lose weight without hurting her feelings or without her having a go at me?
Uh-huh. This is really easy.
Yeah.
It's so
You-
easy.
you-
If she
you go
asks
first,
her,
though.
Right.
if she asks you, be direct, but don't be unkind. You know, be like, well, you know, maybe I can't really tell, but it might have something to do with the medication. Obviously, I'm not going to blame her, but I think the biggest way to do this and the easiest situation is say, you know what, we should both get in shape.
Yeah. Let's go
And-
jogging together.
Yep, that's the only way it's going to happen without it being awkward. Because in that way, you're claiming, and this is something that anyone can say, regardless of health, unless you're both marathon runners. You can say, you know what, we should probably go to the gym together. You know, we can be gym buddies. We can both, you know, feel better, look better, be healthier. That's the easiest way. Like, and hey, guy sitting on the couch with your girlfriend draped on your lap, maybe you need to get off the couch yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying. Not to be accusatory, but I'm assuming this guy isn't being super gross about it because he doesn't seem super gross. But it's a really weird concept. But
It's also weird to ask somebody if you've gained weight because you know if you've gained weight.
yeah.
But sometimes it's like, does it look obvious? You know, I think that's really what the question would be. Hey, does it really look like I've gained weight?
I think part of this
Yeah.
as well is that we're all in our 30s at this point,
Yeah.
and you get a lot more direct with people when you're in your 30s.
True.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of
I've
like,
been getting fatter for years.
Because
so-
you're just kind of like, yeah, I'm done with trying to bandy around this bullshit. Like,
So-
this is just way we are now.
Yeah.
Live
So I
with
originally
it.
I originally wanted to answer this with just 3 words, and it was "be honest, dickhole." But
Wow.
I've got something better that doesn't have "be honest, dickhole" in it. It's just be honest. You can tell
what
the
you
truth.
do, and this is perfect. This will no way backfire.
Oh, I got this.
I gotta hear Max.
You have to. First of all, for Christmas, you get a
Yes.
gift membership to Weight Watchers, and a
Yeah.
scale.
Oh, and you give her that gift by sending her a text and ending it with 2 X's.
Yes. Well, no, you do that, but then also you surprise her with it, opening it in front of the rest of her family.
Yep.
Yeah. I also think what you need to do is get a pillow or a blanket that says "No Fat Chicks" and put it on your lap.
Jesus.
Wrap a present for yourself. That's a T-shirt that says that.
Knit and Afghan.
From Santa.
With just all kinds of body shaming messages on it.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing about this, though, is that we really don't know from this, like, if this is literally someone going from, like, 120 pounds to 135 because they're on some medication, and the guy being like, ugh, what a chubbo. And it's like, all right, well, you know what? That's not... Or it's somebody who's drastically changed their appearance, and it's like
150 to 280 because
yeah,
of
like
how
that's
your body
something that's like,
chemistry works.
hey, like you're not the same person that we started dating with, so let's like work on this
care
together.
For you and we're gonna work on this.
Yeah, like you got to be supportive and be like, hey, I understand, like you have this medication and it's probably hurting you, but let's work on it together. You know, let's go on a jog together. Yeah, I mean that's the easy and nicest way of doing it. TJ, distill that all down into some knowledge.
All right, so be honest. You can tell the truth without being unkind. If you want to make it easier, bring it up by saying the two of you can start getting in shape together.
That's the easiest way.
Yeah.
It's like no way around that, no other way than to do that, because if you just tell someone that they need to get into shape, it looks bad. But if you say, let's do it together.
Say get in better shape instead of get in shape.
Oh,
good way.
Better shape. Thank you.
We could both stand to get
shape.
healthier. You know, let's get out there. Let's get healthier. We'll both feel better. We'll look better. You know, we'll have more time together, doing something fun. And if it's not jogging, you know, you can
rock climbing,
maybe think of some sort of
skateboarding,
sport activity. You know, like a group volleyball league. You know, a co-ed something. Yeah. You know what I mean? To join in.
All right. So,
beer baseball.
I'm going to submit this right now.
I don't know if the beer is good for the...
No, it's fine.
Well, I think we helped some people today.
I think we did.
Now,
I think so.
I think we're making the world a better place.
Because I want to gamify this, we are still level 1, but I think we're getting close to level 2 here.
There is gamifying built into this, huh?
Yes, we have 142 points currently.
Whoa,
okay,
what?
so this
Where
is
did we
going
get all
to
those
affect
points
my
from?
answers, though, right? Because I'm not going to try to actually help people. I'm just going to tell them what they want to
I'm
hear.
point whoring.
Yeah,
exactly.
You're
so you earn points.
Perfect.
So
you don't have to do anything differently.
When you answer a question, you get 2 points. When you're awarded a best answer, you get 10 points.
Ooh,
if you choose a best answer, which I'm kind of tempted to choose us as best answers on things if they let us, you get 3 points, but I think that's probably on other questions. And then,
so what you're saying is we can either give one good answer or 5 shitty answers and get the same amount of points.
Oh, here we go. So because we started on Yahoo Answers, we got a boost of 100 points. And if you ask a question, you use 5 of your points. So I think
don't ask any questions.
I'm not going to.
Good.
If you self-delete an answer, it's minus 2 points. So if I take an answer away,
TJ,
logging into Yahoo Answers, you can get 1 point a day. Receive a thumbs up rating on a best answer that you wrote, up to 50 thumbs up. It's 1 per thumbs up.
Woo.
And if we receive a violation, it's minus 10 points.
Oh boy.
So we'll get to level 2 once we hit 250 points.
What do we get at level 2?
New
armor?
to take place in the Wizarding
skill points?
Cup.
No, you can ask up to 10 questions at a time.
Okay.
You can answer 80 questions at a time. And something about 100 follows. I don't know what that means.
Do we get a sick canvas bag that's actually made of canvas?
As opposed to...
I just saw that. They're doing that now. And
yeah, Matt, get your free canvas bag.
I don't give a shit about my bag, but I'm going to get my free bag. Of course I am.
I just want to say about this, because we got to bring this up. Because I see behind you the Fallout expensive edition that you got with the helmet.
Yeah.
But I've heard from all aspects of people talking about this that the helmet part is really cool.
It is.
Like,
it's not super great construction, but
yeah.
I'm planning on modding it and
Yeah,
making
yeah,
it cool.
But people are like, this looks pretty neat. Like that's, but so they had advertised on this, and I looked on Amazon.com actually, and it specifically says a West Tech, which is a like arms manufacturer from like the Fallout Nevada.
Yeah, they created the Super Mutants.
Yeah,
And,
branded
some other
canvas
shit.
bag, and it specifically in the image and in the text says canvas bag. And people were like looking through their collector's editions and were like, this is not a canvas bag. This is just a regular like vinyl duffel bag, you know, like any cheap one that you can get from like a promotional giveaway. And people were like, that is not what was in that image. And so then people kind of had a bit of an outcry about it. Bethesda didn't handle it super well early on.
Yeah, they
by
had like
basically
some third-party contracted customer support that gave shitty answers.
Yeah, and then they like threw them under the bus and was like, "Well, you're the one that contracted them out to handle these, so it's not like they were doing much." So their actual like answer was, we were unable to acquire the materials needed to make the bags in the way that we had originally intended.
Which is also a bullshit answer.
It's a bullshit answer. I work in like large scale manufacturing, and that is manufacturing speak for we didn't want to pay the cost that it was for that material. It was too much. We thought it was going to we were quoted at this, and then we got the invoice, it was too high, so we went with cheaper materials is what happened. Which is BS, because these are your best customers. These are people giving you the most money that pre-ordered your product, and you should treat them well. And this is not a Bethesda thing. There are so many collector's editions. People like that Witcher 3 came with like a Geralt bust that a lot of people had that was just like not painted well and kind of fucked up, you know, and like there's all these like collector's editions that have really underwhelmed, you know. So,
but you know what the collector's edition did come with that I didn't know it did, and I'm really happy about it? These little army men style figurines.
Oh yeah, I saw those. Those are kind of fun.
And here's a Scorch Beast.
Yeah,
I killed like the thing that I'm the most excited about. Just these dumb little toys that I can play with. Beep. Is a Mr. Handy.
Nice. Yeah, so I mean, like, it's just kind of funny because it was just like it's not really a big deal because you still got a bag, but it just was like another thing, another like stumble.
The reason that it popped up now is because some people that ordered the Power Armor Edition had like it was super delayed, so they're like just getting it now, so they're already pissed off, and then the bag thing just put people.
But it does sound like Bethesda right now is saying if you want a different bag, like email our support with your like receipt, and they will mail you a new one. They'll just mail you a new bag, like. Whatever. Like that's going to be like what 20%, 15% of the people that bought that thing. They'll just eat the cost.
It's already a subcategory in their support submission thing on their website.
So, I mean, they're doing the right thing now, but it's just kind of annoying. Like when a company does something like that, and Bethesda's under increased scrutiny due to the Fallout 76 launch. And I will say that I like Fallout 76 as a game, but it is definitely plagued by issues, like basic issues like UI problems, like weird inability to change video settings. It's just weird. It's just like, this is weird even for a Bethesda game which sometimes have issues. But I also know that I think they're really committed to making this game work, and I feel like they'll probably will continue to support the game.
I think there's going to be like a lot of I think they said at one point that all of the new content is going to be free, which I mean it's not always something they can go back on, but I think
but you can't split content on these online games. Like Battlefields don't have Call of Duty no longer have map packs or things, because when you split a user base it just kind of ruins things. So you really need to just focus on putting out the free content updates and then also adding those cosmetic things that you can buy with the in-game currency. Like,
but I imagine there will be like events that they can do where like, oh shit, a big horde of raiders is coming, and there's going to be a map-wide event, and that'll probably sell a few copies every now and then.
Well, I think part of the reason I am so confident in this continuing to grow as a game over the years is because they fully invested in making this game only available on the Bethesda Net client. Like they're trying to push this as this is our new, like, we want people to buy games on this. We want to have this online service so that we can like continue to build games in the future with this service. So it's kind of like one of those things is like, yeah, it's kind of clunky now, but I think in 6 months they'll have a lot of stuff ironed out and it'll be even better game. And if you like the basic gameplay of Fallout, like exploring weird areas and finding little storylines and items, that's the game. You know, like it's there. It looks good. It looks better than Fallout 4. There are issues, but I feel like they'll get fixed. So, and I think the leveling up is fun. The perk card system is really fun. I like that. Getting new card packs
you can install mods.
Yes.
So,
we got to talk about that for a second.
Well,
somebody looked into the code, and the Fallout 76 is all client side running. Like, so you could definitely cheat in this game fairly easily.
Yeah.
But it makes it so mods are definitely doable. Like you were talking about the carrying capacity.
Yeah.
And
so
there's a
something
mod.
I always just use console commands on.
Yeah, so there's a mod now. I believe it doesn't fix your carrying capacity because I'm sure that would be considered breaking the game and cheating.
There is like a carrying capacity glitch people are using, and I guess it's really destabilizing servers. So I expect them to crack down on that soon.
Yeah. But there are mods that allow you to better manage your inventory. Like mods that will list what your heaviest items are and like by class so that you can like go through. Because you were like in your inventory last night, I don't know what to drop because I don't know what is taking up all of my weight. Because it's
there's two mods that I'm probably going to install right away. One is a perk loadout manager, so you can have different decks of perks. So you can have like your crafting one, and you can just one button switch it. The other one is a mod that makes recipes and plans glow. And
also good.
I think there's one where you like recent kills will glow, so they're easier to find, which is good because I can never find shit that dies in grass.
And I think it's really interesting too because this is like stuff that is being done in the way that I know a lot of people are like, oh boy, this is going to lead to cheating and stuff, but it's like this is the way World of Warcraft works. Like there are so many mods for UI.
There's so much about this game that
for
reminds me
streamlining
of like
things.
Early MMOs.
Oh yeah, it really does feel
crazy.
like that. Maybe that's part of the reason I enjoy it so much because it does feel kind of janky in a way that it feels like something brand new. That I don't know. We'll be talking about it 5 years from now when Fallout 76 is like making Bethesda like $200 million a year, like Grand Theft Auto Online is, and be like, remember those old days?
I can't wait until like 2 years from now when I pay full price again for the VR version of Fallout 76, because that's definitely going to happen.
It'll be
and
worth
I'm definitely
it,
going to.
Hey man, you'll have that money 2 years from now for $60.
I guess I never really noticed, but I guess there's not crossplay. I don't think that like the PlayStation.
I don't think
people
so.
in the Xbox. That seems weird to me.
Yeah, they can't do it because of the aiming. Mouse and keyboard versus console wouldn't be fair for PvP. Not that I've seen any instances of PvP.
Like, there's VATS, and there's also like Fallout aiming isn't really FPS aiming. It's an RPG.
There's dice rolls based in on your shooting.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Anyway, I've been enjoying it though. I think it's a game that your experience is colored by what your ideas of what the game is and who you're playing it with.
Yeah.
Like if you have a friend to play it with, or if your favorite part of Fallout 4 was making those little camps and finding equipment and then like just exploring empty spaces, this is that. If your favorite part was the storyline, then you're going to miss that in this. So,
but there is storytelling. It's just all environmental.
But it's not the same. There's no like characters to talk to, no conversation trees to like unlock dialogue options, all that stuff. But it's a different game, you know, and yeah, so I don't know. I think that's it for tonight. Let's finish her up. Roll music. Oh my God. Oh man, I should have sent it to you. So there is like a bad, did you get this off of YouTube, this audio?
Yeah.
There's a channel, and they did a for Fallout 76 a Country Roads that you should probably get.
A bad version.
A shitty flute Country Roads. It's real good.
All right.
I don't know if you can play it next week, maybe. But we talked about Fallout 76 this week, so I'm mad that I forgot. I have a link shared somewhere I was going to send to you, but
and
I am
one of these months I'll release my own shitty version of Country Road.
nice. I am a Twitter person, John_Danger at Twitter, or you can find me on bornintheeighties.net or 420.lol. Wait, what is it?
YOLO420.com/bornintheeighties.
Got it.
Or-
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yes, join our Discord. Please.
Discord, more like piss. Now that we've given up on Japan's #1 messaging platform, Line, our Discord's a lot more active.
Yeah. I should probably delete that eventually, but if I eventually get room for Disney Tsum Tsum, I still want my line around.
Yeah.
I haven't played that in a while.
You and 150 of your closest friends can all follow my channel at twitch.tv/MattHaigMusic so that I can have all that sweet streamer cred.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also go to matthaigmusic.com and look at all your cool stuff that you can listen to on Spotify.
Yeah. Stream me on Spotify because that actually makes me a little bit of money.
Yeah.
TJ,
So,
where can
I'm
people
TJ.
find you?
You could find me in a hole in the ground, but on the internet, I'm in lots of other places. Like on the Twitter, that's at @MayofMay84. You can find me at twitch.tv/MayofMay. You can subscribe to me now. And also do like those bit things, all those other things, and I'd appreciate that because I've just paid a lot of money for a stupid DS capture card. But that means I can stream another type of game, which I'd really love to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to watch you play DS games because those are good.
Because I want to. I'm trying to 100% The World Ends With You, and that has so much freaking stuff you have to do.
So much content.
So much content.
Goodbye, everyone.